tables have turned, as Ukraine is in panic because Russia is attacking Sumy. It's day 11:15 of Russia's operation in Ukraine. Let's dive deeper. Starting from the Kursk region. Goal that Ukraine wanted to achieve by attacking Kursk has now failed before they could see any benefits. Russian forces have eliminated only the leverage that Ukraine had in negotiating with Russia. In the last 48 hours, Russian forces have captured most of Kursk. Previously in our report we saw how Russian forces, after making massive gains from northwestern and northeastern directions, launched a massive push on Avdiivka from all directions. The defenses that Ukrainian sources hoped would hold for at least a week were collapsed by Russian forces in a short period of time, as they took control of around 30% of the city. As initial defenses collapsed, sources were speculating about how long before the entire city would be under Russian control. Several hours after our previous report, sources started reporting about the Russian breakthrough from the eastern flank. Apparently, Russian units were able to cross the river from the northeast, and were able to take central Avdiivka under their control. This was confirmed as we saw footage of Russian forces raising flags in these areas. However, Ukrainian rearguard forces were still fighting in the northwestern part of the city. If you have been following this operation from the beginning, recapture the city roughly resembles how Ukraine captured the city several months ago. However, with Russian forces attacking the rear of the Ukrainian units fighting up north, they had no other choice but to withdraw. Today it was confirmed, Russian forces have finally recaptured the entire Avdiivka, and with this Ukraine's last defense. In addition to this main battle, Russian forces on both the flank were able to recapture massive areas. From the western flank, previously we saw Russian forces captured this area from Sverdlovskovo. They then continued their attack towards the city. It was reported they were able to capture this area on the western flank. Furthermore, at the eastern flank, Russian forces launched an intense push westwards. It is confirmed they were able to recapture this massive area. As you can see, Ukrainian forces now only hold these 3 villages, which have been actively attacked by Russian forces. In addition, recently Russian forces were spotted in Avdiivka. Currently, Ukraine sources are worrying about the scenario where Russia would not stop at the border, but would enter Sumy with massive force. There are few reports which suggest Ukraine is preparing their defenses in Sumy. However, recently the Ukraine's commander-in-chief removed the northern commander of their forces, who was responsible for this operation, for unknown reasons. Furthermore, in our previous report we saw Ukraine agreeing to a ceasefire deal in the meeting that took place in Saudi Arabia. At that time it was said by many Western officials that the ball was now on the Russian side. And recently Russia has responded. Russia agrees with the proposals of ceasefire, but insists that it should lead to long-term peace. In addition, Moscow wants guarantees that during these 30 days, Ukraine will not conduct mobilization, train soldiers or receive weapons. However, a meeting between Putin and a special American envoy took place at night. However, either side has not released any statements regarding that meeting. Subscribe for more frontline updates. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.